Welcome to this tutorial for Rodeo Ticket. Today I'm going to show you how to add a charity to your rodeo. So you'll start by logging into your account, and then you'll see all of your upcoming rodeos here. These are all, of course, our fake demo rodeos that we use for tutorials like this one. We're going to go ahead and look at Western routes today. And then from the sidebar menu, you're going to select charities and then create edit charities. All right, and then you're going to click the green Add Charity button at the top here. And then you're going to fill out all of this information. You can add a logo and a background image and even photos and videos. And these are all go onto the dedicated charity page or fundraising page, rather, fundraising and donation page for your partner charity. So I'm just going to fill it out for the Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund, just as an example today. All right, I'm leaving the website URL blank today, just because I'm doing this as an example. So once you're happy with how that looks, and just keep in mind that this charity goal, it doesn't like dollar signs and it doesn't like commas. So just keep that in mind. And then you can, of course, upload a logo, background image, and some photos here. And then there are two other features here that are handy. So you do have the option to send donations and fundraising dollars directly to your charity. So in this case, the Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund. So if I wanted to send the donations directly to the Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund, I would turn this on and I would just fill out the payee information for the Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund, and then all of the dollars that come through donations and fundraising are just going to go directly to them, and your rodeo won't have to worry about cutting the Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund a check, because we would just take care of it on our end. I'm going to leave that off for now, since I'm just doing this as an example. The other feature we have is fundraising for a free entry. So this only works for registration. But if you wanted to partner with Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund, for example, to on some fundraising and free entries for mutton bussin', for example, you could turn this on. It's going to give you the details here on how it works. So make sure you read those through before you go in and set it up, just to make sure that you understand how this system works. I'm going to go ahead and close it. And then you'll go through and set a fundraising deadline, and then whatever categories you're going to allow free entries for. So if you and then you're going to set a fundraising dollar amount here to get a free entry, and then you'll turn it on. And then if there's a limit to how many entries you are offering this for, maybe it's 20, maybe it's 5, you'll put that number here and turn the limit on, or if there's no limit, just leave it off. Okay, so that's how that works. And if the fundraising deadline passes and they haven't hit the minimum fundraising requirement, then their card will just be charged just the regular registration price. And once again, this is just available for registration, so it's not tied to ticketing at all. So I'm just going to turn this off for now, since I'm not going to use it. And then once you're happy, look again at everything and make sure it looks good. You're going to hit save. And now we are on the edit charity page, and you'll see a link to the charity page you just created. And then we can go back to our main page, back to charities here, and then you'll see it show up here, and you can track the number of donations, the amount donated. You can view donations. If you need to edit it, you can just click this edit button. If you decide, like if Justin Covers Crisis Fund, for example, or whatever charity you're working with decides that they don't want to work through the system, then you can just turn it off. And so that's really nice and convenient. And then if, you know, next they reverse their decision, you can always turn it back on if you need to. So that is how you add a charity. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.